This daf here in Yerushalmi Challah. The article goes where edition were in Mamish at the top of Chavav and Alpha at the top of Yeshua Shimon Lakish, which is actually Mamish at the top, a couple of words in, of Tezvav on the base in the Vilna. And going on back in the Mishnah, and the Mishnah said that from the time you put the water into the dough, once you put the water in, that's good enough, even though you seem not to need it at all. So still, that the challah thing up from that point on is valid. The other Shem B'Shem said Rabbi Akiva. The Arz Mishnah is going like Rabbi Akiva. The how so? The thing we learned over there, Hanoto Challah min ha-kav, somebody who takes the challah from the kav. There's a Mishnah later on, Perek down Mishnah base. Somebody takes challah from the kav, which is less than the shear of challah. So Akiva holds that it's five revaim, which is more than a kav, obviously, which is 4 revaim. So Akiva says it's still a challah. So according to Rabbi Akiva, challah is effective even before the shas chiyuv of the dough. And our Mishnah also seems to say that the challah is effective by the time you put the water in, which is the before the shas chiyuv. I lost my place here. So when I said, wait, ooh, that's only good with the Evid, not Chatchila. But here, it sounds like it sounds like our mission that even Chatchila you can take it off once you put the water in, even though you haven't yet kneaded the dough. So Rabbi Yoino, Rabbi Chia, that our Mishnah doesn't hold it complete like Rabbi Kiva, but according to the Shita, you can set aside challah even before the Shas Chiyuv. And here, why they allow it? So here they allowed it in order that the dough should not be, lest the dough become tummy, they're to you to take it off as soon as possible in the process. No, even according to Rabbanan, he says that once you put it in the water, it's suitable, because it says Rishis Ariso Sechem, at the time of the, I should sort of inflect that, Rishis Ariso Sechem, is the near, from the beginning of the Ariso, which means, or wait, the beginning of the process of making dough. Came to Joseph's mind, Zoe Risha Rishis Ariso Sechem, that's the basis of the Ariso. Okay? Now, it says your Ditani, it should say Tanya, going to Rashi the Gra. It's a kind of new thing. Meiser Tevel Shnis Arbechun. Oysa B'Choshu. The Tosefta says in Shumas Perek Hey, Price of Chesed, Yerushalmi is in Mai, Perek Zayim Halach above. Meiser Rishon, but Shumas Meiser has not yet been taken. So it's Tevel, Tovel, with Shumas Meiser, which kind of mix up in the same mean in Chulin. So this helps to double Sheish Materim, because it can be rendered permissible by removing the Chumus, separating Chumus and Meiser. So therefore, it answers the mixture altogether. The Tevel again, Tevel Shenisar B'Chlin Oyster Koshu. Answers no matter how little it is, because it's a Davish Shemitim. Yeshem Masim Makamach Mosi B'Cheshman. And if you're able to find a Tevel, which is Tevel for Chumas Meiser for elsewhere, so you take off from that the Cheshman based on the combination of your question of your dough which got messed up and the dough which has yet got messed up. Okay, so it's again if not, what if you can't do that? You should designate the Chumas Meiser in it, and it'll be negated in 1 in 101. Then you give 1 to the Kohen, since it's Bartel, the give 1 to the Kohen, so it shouldn't be Gazla Hashem. Yaakov from Gevuya, Mishnah said, Halach Krab ben Arach. Rabbi Yochanan said, Mimashalimdu es hakohanos. Chadam ra'el Krab. He says that the derech of the kohanos evidently was to set aside challah b'tara for normal Israeli women, who, because the kohanos were brugil in taras truma, so therefore they were brugil in taras challah, so they would need the dough b'tara. So since Chachamim said taught them to say at the time the Kori Shem Challah they we see halacha as like not like Rabbi Elazar ben Arach. How so? Madus Karnos. What do they teach Karnos to say? This is chal on this dough and on the sourdough which is mixed into it. And on the flour which is not yet made into a clump with the rest of the dough. It's in the process of it's mine, but it's not yet completely formed. So it should be challah on the dough, on the sourdough, on what's still flour, carrots, shenita tachteha, and the small pieces of dough, which again are not yet fully connected to the rest of the dough. So it all becomes one unit. So then this challah should be consecrated. In other words, I take it out now, but it should not be consecrated until later on. When actually it fully is, it's fully formed. Now there are words later on in the Vilna. They're on Chav Zayin Omid Beis, and in the that's not no, sorry, in the article as well, the Chav Zayin Beis. In the Vilna, they're on Tes Zayin. Tes Zayin. Let me find him. I lost him. I just had a second. Yeah, Tes Zayin Ralph. And the words are Achlo Tased Gush Echad. In the article that in Chav Zayin Beis, second line down, and in the Vilna on Tes Zayin Amid Aleph, for the 7 lines down. So those words fit in. The Ram moves them somewhere else, but I think they fit in best over here. And these words, Achlo Tased Gush Echad, he tells you Shum Challah. Before it becomes one block, it's taken for Challah. We should pass the Gush Echad, he keeps Hashem Challah. And when you, but it's only Mekudesh Hashem Challah once it becomes one block. So you set it aside now. The Kohanos were taught to set it aside now and make this pronouncement, right? So the Gemara asks, no, actually, I put it in the wrong place. Not by much. Just by a couple words. So again, let me go back. Let me go back to Malandus Kohanos to make it easier. Malandus Kohanos, Reisa Challah, Isa, Zos, Vasor, Misar, Baba, Kema, Shishtar, Baba, Kersh, Nitan, Tatek, Shatal, Gusha, Gusha, Chad, Hukta, Zesh, Yishim, Challah, Chutz, Min, Ha, Tameh, Shabbat, not included, it becomes Tameh. And then it should say, Achel, Taseh, Gusha, Chad, he tells the Shum Challah, Vishatasa, Gusha, Chad, he keeps the Shem Challah. Okay? She has to preclude the Tameh, because she doesn't want the Tameh to become Challah, so therefore anything which becomes Tameh, she says, that's excluded. Even when it takes effect later on, that's excluded from becoming Challah. But if the Allah V'Amar, let her say, but Tameh Shabbat, the Alecha Memer. If the Allah ben Arach, then if she said that Tmeah Shabbat should be included, then the Challah Tmeah should be bottled in 100 of Challah Tahira, and she puts it for the Kohen to eat. So it must be that you can't be mevatel the Challah Tmeah in Challah Tahira. So when it says V'Amar, as if it says the Tomar, be by Tameh Shabbat, be Alecha Memer. So one gets a very simple answer. Amar Rabbi Shmuel Chabukaya B'Chaim Rabbanan. When Yonah said name Rabbi Shmuel Chabukaya and one of the rabbis, who is anonymous, Chad Amar Kam B'Shiyeh. They both had two separate explanations. Chad Amar Kan Sheish B'Kdei L'Halos. B'Kam She'en B'Kdei L'Halos. Right. One said that the Rebbe Elazar story about when you have 100 cholim mevatel to chumas meiser. But here in Challah, there's no eight to be mafish minateh to be mevatel by 100 because it's talking about the Challah Torah does not have 100 to negate the Challah Tmeah. B'Charan Amar, the other one says it came unto here it says instead of zakuk lahal should be yachol take. That's from the Gra. Since you have eitzah to say I'm setting aside besides the Tamei, so it's like as Parnasim and Malkam Acher. The Blazman could see to have Bikori Shem Chumas Maisa in order to negate it's the Tamei part in 101 if you can get another way to do it. And here you have another way to do it, which is to say I'm being mafresh the challah from the Torah part, not from the Tamei part, when it is able to become kadosh. Okay, so that basically what she's saying is everything in my hand should be tahar. The Tamei remains behind. This is all tahar, what I have in my hand. The only way I can do this is by doing it prospectively. I'm not relying on bittul because I'm not sure I have enough shir for bittul, or because since I have another eitzah. Not relying on bittul, that I don't rely on bittul. Okay, this big is Mam Shabam Chav Vav and Beis. I want to warn you about tomorrow's Gemara that I wrote next to the side of my Gemara. Hopefully we'll get through fine. Shouldn't be a problem. I was turned into be an alarmist when I wrote these things. But I did write on the side of tomorrow's Gemara. The entire following Gemara is full of mistakes and minefields, thorn bushes. Okay, that sounds exciting. See where we get there.